This is the HydroSnooze cooling and heating pad unboxing. Now we'll have a link, discount code down below if you do want to buy it. That helps support the channel. Today I'm going to show you what comes included in the box, because these products are big. They take up a lot of space, and before you buy it, you really want to know, what are you getting? I do have the H-Sleep, I have the Sleep Me Dock Pro, and I have the Somnus Lab. So I'll show you the comparison of those versus the HydroSnooze cooling and heating pad snooze. I also have BedJet too, but that's somewhere else. If you want to see a comparison of all the cooling mattresses, let me know down below and we can make that video. This device is much smaller than the Somnus Lab at H-Sleep. Hub smaller, the cover seems to be smaller as well. Just for comparison, this is the Somnus Lab queen bed cover. This is the HydroSnooze cover. This is the Somnus Lab hub, and this is the HydroSnooze hub. Just look at the size difference. Now, I just want to start with the hub first. HydroSnooze start. Little manual. Now inside of here, we've got the little hub. Okay, this is nifty. We also have a remote. That's not common. The BedJet's the only other device that comes with a remote. We've got temperature, light, snooze, power, volume. Now the hub here has a built-in cable. Some of these are removable, whereas this does not seem to be a removable. Classic cable. Caution, hot water. We have a 2-prong water unit on the back, vents around all the sides here, vent on the front, and then on the top, we've got the spot where we're going to actually pour water in. Little hole. I think that's easy to actually spill, so it'd be nice to have a funnel. All right, on top here you can see the buttons that we have, plus minus mode, cool, warm. We have fans on the side here, and then a little tray that pulls out. Maybe that's like extra water, things like that. This thing is tiny, and you might be able to slide it underneath your bed depending on the size of your bed frame. Now, if I put this next to the newer generation Somnus Lab, you can see the size difference. Look at the height. You could probably fit 2 of these on top of each other to get to the Somnus Lab. I put this vertically. There you go, it's about 3/4 of the way. The tubing here seems to be a simple process of unscrew, put it on, and then screw this on. Whereas this is an actual plug, you plug it in, there's latches, it's an easier user experience. This one, you have buttons on the top to control it. You fill it up through this tube. They both have built-in tanks, so you don't remove the tanks. I don't love that. I'd love to see removable tanks. It's just easier to refill over a sink. This is probably the closest competitor in terms of the size, I guess. Sleep Me Dock Pro is shorter, so you can slide both of these under the bed. But put this bad boy on top, you can see how different the sizes are. It takes up, a third, 3/4 of the actual Sleep Me Chili Sleep Dock Pro device. You could probably put this under your bed. There are fans. It will emit heat or cool air depending on the temperature that you choose. And then finally, put it up next to the gold standard, which is the H-Sleep. This is the best, the world's best. They've been around for a while. Great product, very expensive, but works amazingly. You can see this massive size difference, the color difference as well. All black, discreet. So you have a white. It's maybe about half the height. It looks cleaner in a bedroom, whereas this one kind of feels like a cheap plastic product. The H-Sleep feels more premium, but you get what you pay for, and maybe you just want something that works and performs. That's where the HydroSnooze could be effective in a cheaper product. The H-Sleep just very expensive. I think one thing I would love to see H-Sleep do is to provide a cheaper alternative, but they keep making more expensive options. Now here's the actual cover. Let's see what this looks like and how this fits on a bed. Okay, nice little bag here, folded up pretty well. Whoa, damn, will I ever be able to remake that fold? I don't know, but here we go. We've got the gray padding, we've got a pump, interesting. The tubing right here, we've got the, whoa, okay, this feels very interesting. I guess this is how you literally plug in these tubes organically. It's not like a plug. You have to do 1 tube at a time, like a science project. I guess that's what you get when you want to save your money. And then it's just the pad. It doesn't wrap around the mattress, so this is like higher likelihood of moving. As you can see, this is just the general pad that slides on. On the top, we've got the tubing where it connects here with a little cover that seems to move around a bit and doesn't fully cover the cover. The tubes, there's no actual plug that you plug in. You do 1 tube at a time. I'm assuming you wrap it around the 2 pieces on the edge there. It's white on the bottom, gray on the top. In terms of the feeling, I guess you can't, yeah, this is the tube. Yeah, so there's tubes that go along here. So it looks like they're about 2 inches apart, all the tubes. That's where the water, I assume, it just goes in and out. So that's you can feel the tubes for sure. It's not as soft, but that's kind of what you get when you want to save money. This bottom here feels like it's water resistant. Highly recommend if you do get any kind of water cooling mattress, you always get a water resistant cover for your mattress just in case something happens, because if you have a dog or anything, or over time, one of the tubes leak, you're screwed. Your mattress is soaked. So just protect your mattress. Okay, this feels pretty nice. I would say it's soft. You do feel the tubing a lot more than the Somnus Lab and the H-Sleep. But this works, it's operational. We'll have to test it out to see how the cooling mechanism is. You'll put this on a queen bed right here, and then the tubing actually comes out of the edge. The other ones, they all come out of the center. This one comes out of the corner side, which is unique and interesting. You can see the full queen width here. The other issue is this could move underneath your sheets because it doesn't wrap around the sides of the mattress. So that could be a potential downside, especially with a pad this big. Like let's say it rolls up in the middle or something from like moving around multiple people. And this is only one temperature for both sides of the bed. So you're not getting all the features, the fancy things, but you are getting something that does work and could work for someone who wants to save money, wants something that works and is operational. So here we got the HydroSnooze on the bed. I'll show you what it looks like when you place it on a mattress. Obviously the tubing, and it's very unique that it's on a corner and not the actual side. You want to make sure the right side of the cover is facing up because that's what's going to be cooling. Oh, it goes this way. Interesting. Perfect for this video. And then the hub unit device is going to go next to your bed. You'll have a tubing that comes off the side. Obviously, you want to have your bed sheet come around. I think if you do have a bed sheet that wraps underneath, it's going to kind of stick out of the bed sheet over here. And then these two pieces will then go into the unit. So now the hard part is you have to actually take these out, unscrew these off the hub, and then I will take these off. Yep, and then the tubing kind of just attaches right on there. So it doesn't feel as premium, but that's kind of how it's going to be. We would go ahead and plug this device in and be able to control the temperature. We also have a remote here, which you can turn on and off, change the temperature, the time, heat, cool, volume as well. It looks like it's IR, and it uses 2 AAA batteries. And you can see right here, a lot of the stuff is going to be manual. There is an air pump as well, the pad, the base unit, remote control, quick start guide. There's no cleaning agent, no specifics around what, of drinking water and 3% hydrogen peroxide. Mix them, you'll get hydrogen peroxide in nearby pharmacies. It helps prevent any odor in the water. So hydrogen peroxide is a big thing in these water coolants that you want to make sure you have. And you'll use the air pump to remove water from the pad. This is how you'd want to store it. So it is a bit of a procedure where you'll have to remove water out of the tubes to prevent molding and any issues with it over the long term. Now this is the HydroSnooze. If you want more temperature testing and all those types of things, let me know in the comments below and we will make that happen. If you want a comparison against the H-Sleep, the BedJet, the Chili Sleep, we can make that bad boy happen. This is the HydroSnooze cooling and heating pad. Those are kind of all the features, pretty simple, basic. It just kind of works. It does the basics and it saves you a lot of money in the process. Let me know what questions you have. We'll test this bad boy out and show you how effective it is at cooling and heating. Subscribe to notifications, click the discount code, link in the description. That helps support the channel. My name is Shervin Shares. Follow me on Instagram at Shervin Shares. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.